In homes across Britain, battle lines are being drawn.
It is carnage.
Families forced to pick sides are being torn apart.
I think he might kill her.
I don't feel it can go on much longer.
With nearly half of UK households having pets,
Good boy!
there's an estimated 9 million dogs and 8 million cats.
And they don't always get along.
Fur and paws flying everywhere, complete battlefield.
It's becoming unbearable.
These panicked pet owners are in luck because Chirag and I are here to broker a truce. We've got our little white flag to help bring some peace and harmony back to your house.
That's not enough to keep everyone safe. Everyone's at risk here, including yourselves.
Between us, we have the experience to succeed.
Chirag is the quirky cat counsellor.
Hello! Just going to give the bear a little cuddle.
With over 17 years training animal behaviour all over the world.
And Nancy is a doggy drill sergeant.
With it, give up, you ain't getting it. So this is the little troublemaker.
Who founded her own college in canine care.
Your dog is biting your cat? That's not okay. We might be Team Cat and Team Dog. Puppies over kittens.
Team Cat all the way!
But together,
You are absolutely crackers.
we will bring peace and harmony to the most battle-scarred families.
This is Cats and Dogs at War.
This time, a new pup and a fed-up feline who've turned their home into a battlefield.
I never realised it would be this tough.
Meg, sit.
And 2 cats are banished from their family by a compulsive chaser spaniel, leaving a couple stuck for answers and broken-hearted.
I know you do.
We're on our way to beautiful Devon, although what we find there promises to be anything but peaceful.
With any behaviour modification, time is of the essence.
Well, yeah, it's great that people call us up and suddenly it's like, what? You mean I need to go and see a behaviourist? I didn't even know your job exists.
Whether it's going to be Team Cat is the troublemaker or Team Dog is the troublemaker, the sooner we get there, the better. We're meeting Sue and her fiancé Peter. Sue works for the police, but there's a case she can't solve. Why her cat and dog are so badly behaved.
Bailey, no! Bailey!
I feel my stress levels rising.
Living alongside Sue and Peter are 6-month-old Cavapoo Bailey and 2-year-old cat Darcy, who's been with the family since she was a kitten.
She thinks Bailey has taken over our lives.
With her 2 daughters growing up and her elder at uni, 3 months ago, she felt the need to look after someone new. Enter Bailey. But his boisterous behaviour was too much for Darcy, who started to fight back.
Both Bailey and Darcy antagonise each other, but Bailey is the worst because he does chase her.
No!
I do believe that, sadly, Darcy does hate Bailey for coming into our lives.
She's on her toes waiting for him. He's on his toes listening for her.
Bailey, no!
The biggest worry is that one of them gets hurt by the other one.
It has just been a horrendous journey.
Oi!
We're here to put an end to Sue and Peter's nightmare starting right now.
I hear you guys need our help.
Yeah, we're desperate.
These 2 are like mum and dad to their pets.
Sue especially. I hear that you chose her name.
I was going through the baby books, looking at names, and Darcy, it was actually a name that I was going to call Chloe, my daughter.
Is this relationship of a child?
Yes, definitely.
So it's almost like you've got 2 little babies
Yes.
that are at each other's throats.
Yes.
And all you want is for them to love each other.
Yes.
But you're forgetting it's a dog and a cat.
I know.
Which is something that we need to address.
There's probably a downfall there.
We have footage, I believe.
Yes.
Bailey, no! No, Bailey! No!
He's inches from catching her.
Oi! No, that's naughty!
Darcy nearly got Bailey quite badly.
It's not just the pets attacking each other. Sue's been on the receiving end of a swipe too.
No, stop it.
It looks like her nails are out and inside your shoulder. I'm actually concerned for you in this situation because a cat bite and a cat scratch, they can actually result in you needing medical hospital treatment.
Yeah. You need our help.
Definitely.
Chirag, you've got to work it out for us.
I'm very concerned. I think it's time we met those furry gladiators.
How come we decided to get Bailey?
Well, my daughter's at university and my other daughter's 15, so she's growing up. So I just needed
A new baby.
Yeah, something else
And here
in my
comes
life.
baby Bailey.
Yeah, and so it was all my doing.
I think she was really looking forward to the opportunity of kids growing up, cute puppy, cute kitten, happy families again. But she's not getting what she expected.
There she is. That's Darcy.
My approach when meeting cats for the first time is a bit like going on a first date. Just take your time, chill out, and the cat will come to you. She's getting familiar with me, she's getting to know me. She's back here next to me now, and so now I might just get on the floor and say hi to her. Oh, look at this. This is good. She's actually just coming up to me and going, okay, I like you. We can be friends, so that's really nice.
Having met both pets, or rather surrogate kids, Chirag and I need a plan.
That cat is going through immense fear, having to walk through those zones to get to outside spaces or get to that safe space. That must be horrible.
Yeah.
And so I think we're going to need to look at how can we make this a cat-friendly home.
I think that's really going to help.
And I need Mum and Dad to be able to communicate with Bailey as a dog.
It might sound a little bit wacky, but I loved hearing that Sue used a baby book to pick her dogs' names. But when I was naming my children, I looked up the top 10 dog names.
Didn't you? I wonder how Cody and Bonnie will feel about that.
You can keep that to yourself, Chirag. For now, we've got a lot of work to do.
Coming up, we go back to basic training
Stay.
And treat.
and alternative techniques.
She's joining us for the cat meditation now.
And in Derbyshire, we meet a dog who chases everything that moves. Shadows, leaves, and especially cats.
It's just instant. Cats and dogs flying around the room.
We're taking our expertise of pet behaviour to homes that have been torn apart by warring cats and dogs.
Oi!
In Devon, Puppy Bailey is going through the dog equivalent of the Terrible Twos and won't listen to anyone. The pets won't stop fighting, and even the homeowners are getting hurt in their battles.
It looks like her nails are out and inside your shoulder. First things first, we need to lay out a plan of action to Sue and Peter.
I'm thinking that if I introduce a program where you can almost speak to Bailey that little bit better and tell him to behave the way you want him to behave, it may help you feel a little bit more confident when Darcy's coming into the room.
Yeah, to talk with him calmly would be a lot better because I'm so anxious. I'm starting to shout more.
And we're going to focus on being able to have Darcy relax, feel less stressed, give her more control, and be able to create a cat-friendly house and cat-friendly pathways.
Actions speak louder than words, so are you guys ready to put our words into your actions?
Definitely.
Okay. Sue and Peter have a lot of work in their hands if they really want to unite Darcy and Bailey.
If your pet is showing extreme or unusual behaviours, first check with a vet so medical issues can be ruled out. Time to get to work. I want to make the living room more cat-friendly to help Darcy feel in control. This is where most fights happen, and it's an obstacle course littered with Bailey's toys. When Darcy comes downstairs, if she steps on the wrong place, it could be devastating for her.
Yeah.
One way around this is to create a catwalk. What can we do to be able to help her stay up in the sky, safe away from Bailey, where she would feel more comfortable?
Pull a shelf
Yep.
from here.
Yep.
We can run it back into there.
Okay, I'm liking this.
Round there.
It looks like a perfect option because she can take the quickest route, so by the next time we visit, it'll be great to be able to see this bridge in person.
Bit of an extreme measure. We will give it a go.
But a cat bridge can't stop Bailey's immature behaviour. Like young kids, puppies can push boundaries and break rules. Sue needs to show him that she's in charge with clear, calm, consistent training.
So how would you feel if I showed you how to train Bailey to do a down and a stay?
That would be good.
So I'm going to get the treat, pinch it in between my fingers, put it near Bailey's nose and slowly bring it down and outwards. If he lies down, I'm going to pause for a second. Good boy. And he gets his treat. So this time I'm going to do the exact same thing, but when he gets into that lying down and staying position, I'm just going to tell him, stay, and reward him. Bring it away from his nose. Pause a second. Stay. Good boy.
If Bailey and Sue can master this, Darcy should notice that Bailey is staying in a calm position and she too will feel relaxed enough to come into the same room.
Pause for a second. Tell him the word.
Stay.
And treat.
Good boy.
Brilliant.
Good boy.
You need to take a big deep breath, give yourself a pep up and realize that everything's going to be okay. Put your time and effort into the work and you're going to have a happy home.
I never realised I'd be able to make him lay down, and I felt very proud of myself.
This is a great start, but now I need Sue upstairs with Darcy. We know our feline can be dangerous when she's stressed. She's already sunk her claws into Sue's shoulder, so I've got a trick for both owner and cat to connect and de-stress.
So we're going to take some of this silver vine, it's like a catnip alternative,
Okay.
and we're just going to season the carpet like we would French fries. And we're going to see if she would join us in this meditation.
Silvervine is a plant native to Southeast Asia that calms cats and can even put them into a euphoric state. It's safe to use and non-toxic.
So deep breath in, followed by a deep breath out.
It's very relaxing.
She's joining us for the cat meditation now. Would you say she's relaxed right now?
Very relaxed.
Good.
Chirag's method's not what I was expecting. A little bit wacky, maybe, but it works.
A relaxed Darcy equals a relaxed Sue equals a relaxed household.
Well, I hope you had a nice lie down, Chirag. It's time for phase 2 of Bailey's training.
One of the things that I've observed of Bailey is that he's a high energy dog and you guys aren't doing much to settle that. So my end goal is to make sure that Bailey will start to become a cool, calm, collected dog so that Darcy can come downstairs.
I'm going to show Sue and Peter some exercises where Bailey will learn that calmness is rewarded.
This is exactly what we want to avoid. So we can almost tease Bailey with his toys, and if he jumps, we pull them away. We can turn our back, wait till he sits, and bring them down. Good boy. So do you guys want to have a go?
What's this? What's this?
And then instantly turn. Perfect.
What's this? Good boy.
See the way he kept himself down that time?
He did.
Now, for some weird reason, when you hold dogs by their hips, you're not lifting them, you're not squeezing, you're just gently holding them as though you're simply putting a hand on them. They just don't jump.
Okay.
So, for example, if you're out on a walk and someone's coming along, simply hold on to Bailey by his hips and he won't jump.
Bailey.
And so you're not lifting him, you're just simply supporting him there and he stops jumping.
My next task is to stop Bailey from jumping at the gates.
So when Bailey's on the other side of a baby gate and he wants to come through, I want you to slowly put your hand on the baby gate. He jumps, you move away. He sits back down, you move forward. He stays down, slowly open the gate. He jumps, you close the gate.
Okay.
So let's give that a go.
Come on, Dad.
Come we go.
So Sue, go towards the gate. Any jumping, move backwards.
Okay.
Staying on the ground, you're moving forward.
Hello. You want to come in? No.
You can take a step away. And now as soon as he's back on the ground, slowly open the gate.
Good
And this is
boy.
brilliant. The
Good
more you
boy.
have to do it,
Yeah.
the more he's learning that
Okay.
jumping bad, down on the ground good.
Okay.
Practice, practice, practice will be the key. Not just in the kitchen,
Okay.
but anywhere there's a gate and a tendency to jump up.
Hello. Hello.
So again, try it.
Hello.
Perfect. Now start praising him.
Good boy.
Today's been a great start, but a lot more needs to happen before Darcy moves downstairs.
Looking at your faces, the energy that you guys have now, I'm really happy.
We're leaving a pet cam to capture all their hard work while we're away.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
For now, Team Dog and Team Cat are needed elsewhere.
We're heading to Derbyshire's Peak District to see paramedic and former veterinary nurse Sally and her partner Dan.
Oh, Bob. The stress in the house is rising.
Sally's beloved cats, Bob and Mabel, have been by her side for 8 years. But when she and Dan got together 3 years ago, the couple, then living apart, decided to get Meg, this sprightly Springer Spaniel.
Meg used to spend time at my house, and then because of my shift work, he used to come over and spend time at Dan's house.
Without cat.
Without cats.
While the couple knew, Meg liked to chase everything that moves.
Things like the lights in our kitchen, leaves, the shadows, all of these get her going.
She'll look like she's following us to heal, but actually she's chasing our shadows.
They didn't know that as well as shadows, top of Meg's list would become chasing the cats.
18 months ago, we merged the two households in Dan's house, which was a very stressful time.
Deciding more space would help, the couple bought a converted Quaker church with loads of room inside and plenty of roaming space in the graveyard outside. But the new surroundings didn't stop Meg tormenting the cats.
If Meg hears them, Meg will start barking and trying to work out where they are. If they were actually loose in the same room, it's just instant cats and dogs flying around the room.
It's like someone hits a big red button.
And as Meg loves to be with Sally and Dan, Mabel and Bob live isolated from the family.
The cats are definitely missing out on attention. I feel like we've failed the cats, and I think we've failed the dog. Hello.
Hi, guys. I hear you need our help.
Oh, absolutely. It's chaos in here.
After you.
This is a paradise for pets.
Lots of space for them.
And I'm guessing this must be Meg.
Yeah, this is Meg, yeah.
So where did Meg come from?
I basically got the dog for Sally for her birthday, and she's wanted a dog all of her life. But Meg seems to be more of my dog now.
So does that mean that the kitty cats are your domain?
Yes. Shall I take you to see them?
That sounds like a plan.
I kind of have an idea where one might be.
Okay. Mabel, can I come in, please?
Mabel always wants love, always wants fuss and attention. Bob is Mabel's brother. He's a very skitty kitty. He'll always hide.
While Cherai cat hunts, I'm getting to know Meg and I'm alarmed by what I'm seeing.
Come on. I'm dying to play with her. She wants to play with the ball, but once there's something for her to look at that's a light reflection, or even if it's a leaf blowing, she's fixated again.
This repetitive behaviour can come from a period of stress or pain, the habit being used as a coping strategy. This isn't her chasing for fun, it's a compulsion.
So I can show her the ball and she might play for a minute, but again, then it's back to my shadow. This is mental torture for her.
Mabel's interactions have been really friendly, outgoing, relaxed. She needs attention. Now, if only I could find Bob.
Bob is definitely the more elusive of the two. Bob! When they were kittens, Mabel was definitely the more confident.
Rather than scare him by trying to search for him, just going to leave him with a few presents.
Okay.
I'm going to let Bob show his face when he's good and ready, but I want to be able to meet him today. While I'm waiting, we'll find out from Sally and Dan where the problems began.
As a puppy, Meg was absolutely fine. And when she had her first season, soon after that, we had her spayed. That's when the shadow chasing became more apparent.
It's likely the major surgery and being confined in recovery triggered Meg's behaviour. Feel-good hormones that were released when she chased have over time made it a compulsion that I want to free her from.
Before you got Meg, how was Bob and Mabel's relationship?
Oh, they were so much more relaxed. They had the run of the whole house, lots and lots of affection. Bob was still a little bit scared.
I mean, he's too scared to come anywhere near this room.
Okay.
Whereas Mabel has occasionally sort of ventured through. The one that scared me the most, Meg saw her and chased her out, and the door into here was closed. I ran and got there literally at the point that she got there and just got hold of her.
Someone could hurt someone. The compulsion that she has for chasing shadows is then tying into the compulsion for chasing cats.
So this is Mabel.
Yes.
And so as soon as Meg has heard any kind of cat-like behaviour and she's stressed, it's not going to be good for her.
This is the first time I get to meet Bob.
Makes me a little bit sad that he's missing out.
They feel really left out, I think.
So we better get started.
We should.
Meg's habit is affecting everyone in this house. We need a plan.
I'm really, really concerned about the shadow chasing. Perhaps they're not realising how much of a serious compulsive disorder that Meg is experiencing on a day-to-day basis.
I need to stop Meg from getting distracted by visual things. Key to that will be getting her to use her nose and giving her better alternatives to chasing.
Meg's the one that needs the work around here, and you've got 2 perfect little kitties upstairs.
I may not go to perfect just yet because I can't actually find one of the kitties.
You never found him?
No, Bobby's nowhere to be seen at the moment.
My plan, once I have all my pets, is to give Sally and Dan a way to spend quality time with the cats, and cues they can use to encourage them into and out of the room.
I'm looking at a dog with a very serious behaviour problem that needs a lot of help. She's got everything she needs. She's got all the love in the world. She's the most amazing home. But if we can't fix this, none of that matters.
I could cry.
She's grown up doing this, so they almost think that it's normal. I don't.
I suppose we've probably just been a bit in denial about it, haven't we?
I think we might have been.
Thinking about Bob and Mabel, essentially they've got their own apartment and Meg never gets up there. If they do happen to come down, that could be dangerous. So I'm going to go through how we can spend more time and provide, especially Mabel, the attention and love that she's seeking. We're also going to look at how we can improve Bob's confidence and be able to call the cats over when we need them to come to us.
I feel really guilty.
Yeah, I think we feel really guilty that we've just been so blind.
It's clear Sally and Dan are caring pet owners, but revealing hard truths about animals you love is understandably emotional.
Because I've worked with dogs like this, it's feeling their pain, but that's what I want. I want you to feel it.
Yeah.
Because if you feel it, you'll step in more.
I love her.
I know you do.
And what we have to remember is you're not bad people.
No.
You've been doing what you can with the best information that you have.
Today is the start of everything getting better.
Yeah, thank
We
you.
really are so glad you're here.
Coming up,
Don't fetch Chewy.
we set to work with Meg and Mabel.
Mabel, come.
Even Bob puts in an appearance.
It's amazing we finally seen Bob does exist.
And we return to Devon and try getting Bailey and Darcy face to face.
I'm gobsmacked, really.
Nancy and I are animal behaviourists on a mission to help pet owners whose lives are being ruined by their cats and dogs at war.
At Sue and Peter's, even the homeowners were getting caught in the battles. We've used our best tricks and left a training plan to try and end the fighting between Cavapoo pup Bailey and Cat Darcy.
And in Derbyshire, where with Sally and Dan, their Springer Spaniel Meg is tormented by serious chasing compulsion, leaving her owners in distress and the 2 cats feeling banished from the family. We need to get to work.
Where is Bob?
Only trouble is, I still haven't been able to find Bob, the most elusive of the cat siblings.
Well, as you're a feline down Chirag, you can help me with an important job. It's time for you. We're going to turn this living room into a spa for Meg. So I would like to introduce everyone to my friend Digby.
Oh, hello, Digby.
Hello.
Digby is here to help us bring some R&R into Meg's life. So bringing in more rest and relaxation will then help to bring down her anxiety, decrease her chasing of everything, including Bob and Mabel. Let's hit some of the lights and that'll get rid of some of the shadows.
Okay.
And what our goal is, by the end of this, she'll be almost comatose. Initially, you can just start petting her like she's normally used to. And then try to consciously run your hands down all parts of her body. Yeah, perfect. If she's comfortable with you touching her ears, if you want to take the ear flap between your thumb and your fingers and just gently run your hands down the ears.
This is a dog who can usually barely sit still. Pampering is going to be vital to slowing down Meg's world. It's time to introduce a cat. Well, sort of.
In my bag of tricks, we have Kitty Cat. Okay.
No, I'm not feeling optimistic.
So, okay, this is fine. Let's just see how she responds. And we'll let her gather information because this is what she doesn't get to do with Bob and Mabel. You can keep rubbing her, and in an ideal situation, she may eventually settle herself back down.
Yeah.
And now she settles down again.
Oh my gosh, look at her.
Eventually, Sally and Dan will be able to do this with the real cats in the room while Meg is happily distracted by her massage. In the meantime, I need them to keep up regular relaxation sessions.
You're a very good girl, Meg.
Good job, Meg. I'm going to leave you in the spa, Nancy, and take Sally upstairs. I want to be able to teach the cats to come and go on cue using tasty treats. It will be essential to get them to integrate or lead them away from danger. We still only have one cat, but at least Mabel's ready.
Now you're gonna say, Mabel, come, and then you're gonna run that side, and when she comes, give her a treat.
Mabel, come.
Good.
This is amazing.
I want both Sally and Dan to practice this training together. I'll stand in for Dan for now.
Mabel, come. Good. And then once I've finished, you're gonna call her to you.
Mabel, come.
Nice, look at that. Look at the enthusiasm. Teaching Mabel to come to you when you call her is really going to help introduce her to Meg. And then if you need to call her away from Meg at any point, you can do that too.
I can definitely give that a good go for Mabel. Bob, you might have to give me a little extra time.
When the cats, or should I say cat for now, is happily coming downstairs when asked, we're going to need Meg to be thinking about something other than chasing. So I bought her a present.
This might look inconspicuous, but it's going to be a massive benefit to our training. What we want Meg to do on cue is chew.
Okay.
Chewing releases dopamine, which is a calming hormone. As you'd imagine, Bob and Mabel increase her excitement. Chewing will decrease it. When the cats come downstairs, if you notice that Meg's getting a little bit obsessed, you can say, Meg, go get Chewy, and pairing that with Bob and Mabel's presence.
Sounds brilliant.
Hide it behind your back. When she's paying attention, say, go get Chewy, and toss it out.
Meg.
And now you can see it.
Go fetch Chewy.
What you did is you called Meg with your toy behind your back, and then you said, go get Chewy. But because you were doing this, all she was focused on was movement. She was no longer listening.
Okay.
So what you almost want is, by hiding the toy, you say, go get Chewy. She's saying, huh? And then you toss Chewy. Oh, so it's, huh? Oh, Chewy means that thing that keeps getting thrown. And that's where they learn.
Oh,
So do you want to go again?
Yeah, that's really, really good. Okay. Go fetch Chewy.
Spot on. Good girl.
Oh,
yay!
Yeah.
As the day comes to an end,
Pops out.
look who's finally put in a last-minute appearance.
It's amazing we've finally seen Bob does exist.
Better late than never, I guess. But it's time for us to go.
We've covered a lot today, and I finally got to actually see that Bob exists.
You've given us lots of good pointers. Hopefully we can start to see some improvement.
And in my bag, I have your pet cam. I want to see loads of footage, warts and all.
Thank you for coming. Have a safe journey home.
Thank you guys. Bye-bye.
Sally and Dan will need to put in a lot of practice to have a hope of bringing peace. We'll check in again soon. It's been almost 2 weeks since we first entered our pet war zones.
Today, I'm back in Devon to see Sue. Her pets were fighting like cats and dogs. We've set a training plan for Sue to communicate with Bailey as a puppy, not a baby. And Shurak has shown the family how to make their home feline friendly.
Hello.
Hi, Sue. How are you?
Hi, this is Chloe.
Hi, Chloe. Pleased to meet you.
And you. Uni.
So how is the battle zone?
It's getting there, but I think there's still a little bit that needs to be done.
And Chloe, have you noticed a change in Bailey's behaviour since you've been back?
Definitely, kind of when I came in, he was a lot less excited than he usually would have been. Stay. Good boy.
And Darcy's been calmer too, meaning no more scratches for Sue.
Everybody seems calm.
Has there been any challenges, any obstacles? What have you found difficult?
The jumping at the gate, thought he's never going to get this, but then slowly he has started to sit.
Silly, sit. That's a good boy. Good boy for not jumping up.
When he is getting hyper and jumping at the gate, do you carry on with the exercise or do you just rush past him? How do you respond?
No, carry on. Yeah, no matter how many times I'm up and down the stairs.
Good.
Yeah, until he sits.
Sue today is a different woman. She seems much calmer, much more in control, and much more optimistic.
In Derbyshire, I'm back at Sally and Dan's. When we were first here a few weeks ago, 2 cats were in constant fear of being chased because of Springer Meg's compulsive behaviour.
So how has progress been?
We haven't been having the lights on so much, have we? And it definitely kind of relaxes her.
Pay attention to me, give me the ball.
The pet cam we left definitely shows improvement. More chilling out, less chasing anything that moves. Well, some of the time.
She's starting to fixate on the leaves.
So you've been using the massage as well?
The massage is really nice, actually.
Definitely gives us chill time.
The other task I set you guys was calling Kitty.
Mabel, come.
Even elusive Bob, who I still haven't met yet, has been doing his homework.
Good boy.
So I'm going to set you a little challenge. I'd like to see if you can call Mabel or Bob, Mabel and Bob maybe, towards the stairs and coming down.
Okay, it's a bit of a tall order, especially with Bob, but I'll give it a go.
With Bob hiding again, it's down to Mabel to represent Team Cat.
If Mabel doesn't want to be downstairs, how are we ever going to teach her to be relaxed around Meg?
Mabel, come.
She sounds very confident.
That was, wasn't it? It's good.
Mabel, come.
Oh, is she taking a step down? She is.
She's looking to see if Meg's around, I think.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, look at that. She went down one, she skipped a few stairs.
This is the furthest that she's ever been down. Wow, look at this.
Look at that.
Oh, good girl.
Oh my God, look, she's actually in the living room. Wow.
She's going on the floor.
Touching down on the living room floor is a huge step forward.
This is what I've been waiting to do for over a year. Hello. How's that?
For Meg, Nancy wants to get her using her nose. Smell is a dog's primary sense, but Meg's problem is she's being distracted by visual movements, and that's causing her to chase. She needs to get her nose down on the ground. Tell me your plan, Team Dog.
If you have something sticky, so maybe like a wet dog food or a cream cheese or pate, and put it somewhere that she's going to be able to focus on, get her nose down, engage in that licking behaviour.
Okay, great. We'll give that a go and see how we get on.
In Devon, I'm going to use food too and try to get Darcy and Bailey to share the same space. Sue and Chloe are seeing some real progress with Bailey's behaviour and his excitability. Bringing Darcy downstairs, however, is going to be a whole new level. Bailey may not be able to cope. Eating is a very vulnerable behaviour for any animal to do. So for Darcy to be eating Bailey here is great.
Okay.
To get progress, though, we need to get to the stage that gates can be open.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is continue to slowly open the gate a tiny bit, and as long as there's no reactions, we can progress. If they're vigilant and they turn around and watch the gate, we'll close it again.
Yeah.
Okay, so see the way Bailey's paying attention now? It's going to close it again. Normally, Bailey and Darcy being together, it elicits hyperactivity. But Darcy, done with eating, is taking things one step further. Uneventful. Good boy, Bailey. Darcy chose to casually run past Bailey and neither pet reacted.
I'm gobsmacked, really.
Your heart's not jumping in your chest now.
No, I can't believe that she did that.
How's everything going over there?
So we have a much calmer Bailey. We have had some positive interactions between both Darcy and Bailey.
Sounds perfect.
But it's not all good news. Last time Chirag asked Peter to build a catwalk using shelves in the living room. Your shelves have not gone up, so what do you want me to do about that?
Okay, I'm not too surprised. How about putting the factory up so that you've got a non-permanent fixture that can be moved out of the living room?
It seems Chirag was prepared in case there were no shelves and has sent over a cat tree for us.
I'll leave you to it, Nancy. I'm going to go and enjoy a cat nap.
Enjoy. Thanks, Chirag. Team Dog now has a cat tree to install. Chirag has sent this for lovely Darcy. Do you think this is something that she'd like to use?
Yeah, I'd like to use that.
Let's see what Darcy thinks of her new safe space.
Darcy, you're not there. I know. Oh, you want to stay there? All right.
This is a lovely place to be, and Darcy can learn that Bailey can't get her here. High hopes then that Darcy and Bailey will be much more calm in the same environment.
You like that? Good girl.
It looks like Chirag's cat tree is a winner. I like what I'm seeing.
Happy.
Back in Derbyshire, I'm following Nancy's instructions and trying to get Meg to use her nose, just like other dogs do. It's visual distractions that are triggering chasing, so I need to get her eyes down.
If Meg's using her nose, she's not going to be chasing shadows. If she's using her nose, she's not going to be chasing leaves. If she's using her nose, she's not going to be chasing Bob and Mabel.
Yeah.
I think it makes a lot of sense.
I have a little tube here full of magic squeezy cheese. I'm going to dab a few bits of cheese there. Now, if she's focusing on licking, we're taking it away from her eyes. It becomes about her nose and doing something calm.
For a dog, seeing the world through their nose is important. When Meg learns this, she'll find it rewarding and she'll stop being distracted by visual things.
her face is so different, isn't it?
You haven't got that furrowed brow. You haven't got that tension.
There's one more pet I haven't worked with today, and that's Bob. So I'm planning an early bedtime.
Sally and Dan have shared with me that when they go upstairs at night times, Bob comes out and he's quite relaxed. Might be a little bit left of field, but I want to see if we can replicate this. I'll set you guys up with remote cameras so I can view everything from downstairs. And if Bob comes out, then you're just going to give him attention and praise. And if that's going really well, see if you can get Bob coming towards the hallway when there's a stranger downstairs.
The idea of going to bed was absolutely
inspired, isn't it?
Yeah. That is Bob's time where he gets treats and he gets attention from us.
I'm leaving Meg safely secured in her bed while we run this exercise. Mabel, our all-grey cat, is as usual more confident. For Bob, the grey and white kitty, just coming out from under Sally and Dan's bed to take a treat takes courage.
Oh wow, I can actually see Bob.
If Bob comes out knowing there's a stranger lurking downstairs, we can use this confidence to relax more with Meg.
It's all right, sweetie. There you go. Good boy, Bob.
Will he come a little bit further forward? Can you move the can of tuna towards you, Sally?
Give me then, Bob.
Nice, this is excellent. Do you want to move it maybe a couple of more inches towards that door?
We started seeing progress of Bob starting to move closer to that hallway. For him to do that while I'm downstairs making a noise is fantastic.
Good, nice. Wow, Meg just barked and he's still eating. This is excellent.
Nothing to be scared of.
I think we can stop. If you guys want to get changed.
I don't think I was aware of how extreme his nervousness was of people and Meg. Meg is simpler, but Bob, it's like you can only inch your way with him.
We really need to see his confidence grow, but I think you guys are the perfect people for this challenge.
If it means more practice bedtimes, we can certainly get on board with that.
Coming up,
fingers crossed,
it's time to see if all the hard work has paid off.
We don't want this to backfire.
As we attempt to bring an end to the wars and rebuild these family homes.
Right now, we have Bailey completely focused on this bone.
3 weeks ago, we went to 2 homes that looked harmless from the outside, but inside, they were battlefields.
In Devon, young pup Bailey was treated like a child. Lacking guidance, his immature behaviours led to fighting with the family cat, and Darcy was striking back.
I never realised it would be this tough.
But with training, relaxation, and of course Chirag's cat treat installed by yours truly, the miserable mood is lifting and morale is finally up.
Happy.
And in Derbyshire, Springer Meg's constant chasing of everything that moved left her owners desperate for help, and the family cat's frightened.
The stress in the house is rising.
Bob the cat is still reclusive, but his sister Mabel has been brave. Today we'll come back to see if we're heading for a truce.
To be blunt, the situation was pretty much unlivable for the pets. Meg was constantly stressed downstairs. Bob and Mabel were almost on lockdown upstairs. So Meg is almost a different dog to the dog I met first of all. When last time I met her, she wouldn't even make eye contact.
It has been revolutionary for us.
We can get her attention, which was impossible before.
Last time I was here, Cat Mabel made massive progress coming all the way down the stairs.
Mabel's been down a couple of times while Meg hasn't been here.
But Bob, who always prefers to be alone, wouldn't come out of hiding.
We've seen him a bit more.
Okay.
And you got him to the top of the stairs with Meg down here.
Okay, that's
Which
fantastic.
I couldn't imagine really happening before.
If Bob doesn't want to play, we're not going to force him. Sally is going to use her new calling kitty skills to invite Mabel.
There we go, that's nice. Sally's definitely been doing her homework with Mabel. Nancy, are you ready?
Fingers crossed.
Mabel's watching the door open. So if you guys want to just take one little step in, we'll see what she does. We need to move really slowly.
If it goes wrong, and if Meg lunges and starts barking and frightens Mabel, chances are we've totally undone all the hard work and we're back to square one. I think we should give Meg this chew now because I'd like Meg to get stuck into something that's a calming behaviour. Meg's lying down within eyesight and can see Mabel in the background, so I'm shocked, to be honest.
She's definitely watching towards Meg. I think she's slightly on edge. With cats, sometimes they can just sit there and watch because if they turn their back, it can be quite threatening. Do I need to run? Do I need to fight?
Now she's starting to get a little bit interested, so we want to make something else better than Mabel.
Both pets are doing great here. Mabel is comfortable enough to sit on me, a stranger, although she remains alert.
If Mabel does bolt, get those treats right in front of Meg's nose. We don't want this to backfire. Here she goes. Get those treats ready. Get those treats ready. Good girl, Meg. Good girl. Good girl. Meg, sit. Good girl.
Mabel might have had enough for now, but the fact she's choosing to stay in sight, not leave the area completely, shows how much more confident she is around Meg.
Meg was a rock star, so really, really happy with her. But definitely that was a moment that I thought this could all go wrong. I'm just astounded by how much progress this dog has made.
We've had Mabel sit on my lap today, purring away, and that first day I was here, she couldn't even come down the stairs. I think that's something worth celebrating.
Absolutely.
You'll get there with Bob in no time too.
Honestly, don't think you need us anymore.
It's like Mary Poppins when she goes...
We have another family to go and help
Yeah.
now.
Before meeting Nancy and Chirag, we just couldn't figure out whether we were doing the right thing or not, so we never had the confidence. So now we know that this does work, and that is a brilliant feeling.
We've had an amazing result in Derbyshire, but we've got one more important stop to make today. We're returning to Sue and Peter's for the last time to check up on their progress.
When Chirag and I first visited, Sue's confidence had hit rock bottom and she saw no way of bringing peace to the war between Bailey and Darcy.
Bailey! Oi, Bailey, leave her.
I remember sending you this little present.
She loves it, yeah. She eats up here. She has a licky mat here.
So how has the training been?
Up and down. Yeah, good days, bad days.
Walking him on the lead, far better behaved than he was before.
How would you say your stress levels are now generally day to day?
Oh, yeah, a lot better than they were. Yeah, so much better.
Today's the big day that we need to see them both in the room. No drama and no kicking off. Do you think you're ready for it?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
We've asked Sue to use Bailey's long lead so he can still move freely, but can't get close enough if he chooses to attack. It's up to Peter to coax Darcy downstairs.
Come on, sweetheart. Come on.
I think Peter might have taken a cheeky little shortcut carrying Darcy down the stairs, but because she seemed so relaxed, I'm going to give him that one.
Here we go. What's that?
So far, so good.
Okay, so Chirag, we've got Darcy and Bailey sharing the room. No drama.
This is excellent.
No war.
Thank you, Bailey, for being such a good boy.
Nancy and I can read the room. When things are going great, we like to up the ante.
Right now, we have Bailey completely focused on this bone. I want to make sure he's fully aware that Darcy's in the room and see how he responds.
What's this?
Just want to make sure that he knows that Darcy's there.
Who's that? The ultimate icing on the cake would be to see them alongside each other in front of the fire, with us watching the television. That would be absolute and utter utopia.
How would you feel about taking a rest on the couch and bringing Bailey up with you and seeing if we can create this perfect family situation you guys wanted?
Yeah, definitely. Come here, up here. Oh, it's a good lad. Good lad.
Wow.
Good lad.
This is incredible. Darcy and Bailey, literally inches away from each other, completely aware of each other's presence. Lots of people in Sue and Peter's position would give up. They think that their pets are a lost cause, but they're not. And this is complete evidence of this. So everybody say cats and dogs at peace.
Cats and
Dogs at peace.
I must confess, I'm a little bit lost for words.
Yeah. Everything that we've dreamed of. I've become more calmer during this process. I think Bailey listens to me a lot more.
In just 3 short weeks, with lots of hard work from Sue and Peter, the 3-month-long nightmare has finally ended.
I truly believe that we have peace and harmony back in our home.
Despite the occasional relapse from Bailey, Since we last visited, both he and Darcy have continued to live happily together.
And Sally and Dan say they're thrilled with Meg's progress. With her chasing habits under control, Mabel has more courage to come downstairs. And Bob's even been down once too.